Hi there. It's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense. Good morning, guys. How are you? Hello, good morning, good morning. Good evening, good afternoon if you're catching the replay. How are you guys? Good morning to you. Hey guys. So listen, it's a good day. It's a new day. It's a great day to share some good stuff with you guys, which is what I'm doing this morning. I've got my little printerman in the house, rocking out in my office. I usually don't scope up here, but the hubby helped me clean up just a little bit so I could scope up here this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Hi guys. Hello, hello. How are you? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, Printerman and her squeakers. Do you want your squeakers? Do you want squeakers? They're going to go on the floor. They're going to go have some fun. And I am going to rock out with you guys. So if you are new to me, just type in NEW into the comment box. And if you've been here before, that phrase that pays, fire, 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 because I am always here to ensure that you guys are focused and fired up. Newbie, welcome, Asha. Thanks for the hearts and the love, guys. Welcome, welcome to all of you who are my OGs. You've been here before. Or the newbies. Got to show some love to the newbies. So, okay, guys. Good stuff. For me, I always kind of try to wake up in the morning and outside of getting the lunch ready for the mini and getting him off to school, try to figure out, what I need to do to make things happen, whether I'm tapping on my tablet or my phone or whatever, taking notes in my notebook, just trying to figure out how to make sure that the day is as productive as it needs to be. And I always end up finding something random that's really good, either a great idea or, something that somebody sends me or something that, I feel like, okay, I'm going to work on today. So I said, you know what, let me share some of that with you guys in the AM. Last week I started my I Will series. I did that for 5 days. Good morning, Ayana. As I'm saying 5, it just turned into a hi, right? Good morning, Ayana. Hi, sweetie. I did that for 5 days. Your locks are so beautiful. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. I did, girl. I did. I'm about to email you this morning because on my to-do list is emails. I got you. I know. I know. Crazy people, crazy things. I read it like real quick and I said, okay, I'm going to take some time to write back. Thank you for sharing this, Mrs. Nyaza. I don't want to say it wrong. Ooh-wee. I don't want to say it wrong. But yes. All right, guys. So good stuff. My topic for today, LOL, you were close. Was I close? I was close. I tried. My wife has locks like yours. Awesome. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. My little printerman is trying to do some crazy stuff with my wires. Hello? Wires are for charging, not eating. No print. No. No wires. Never mind me. Hopefully you didn't see all the love on the sides as I'm trying to get this little one here to not bite my stuff. All right. So today's topic is get back, give back. Okay, get back, give back. Thinking about some of the things that came to mind this morning, and even yesterday morning. I had to do a 24-hour Periscope pause, y'all, because for about 31 days, all throughout March, I was on Periscope every day, all day. So yesterday I did a 24-hour pause, and I'm back at you, rejuvenated, ready to rock. So between yesterday and today, I want to talk about, I know, right? I went in hardcore. Tiffany, real talk. I want to talk about what it means to get back on track and what it means to give back, to have a giving spirit, and really as entrepreneurs, as people who are looking to help other people, find innovative ways, creative ways to serve those people we are looking to serve. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's talk about what it means to get back on track. Okay, this being we're at the beginning, right, of a second quarter, and the month has, trickled in there. We're a few days into the new month. So Any of you guys feel overwhelmed sometimes, like you've got like a whole bunch of stuff on your to-do list? I oftentimes feel like, I'm a web designer, by the way, for those of you who are new to me. Yes, okay, so you get me. This little puppy right here, print them in. No wires. No more wires. We put hot sauce on the wires, y'all, and it still didn't work. Like, she's still like, this is my barbecue sweet sauce. Listen, if you short my doggone wire today, okay, hold on, y'all. I need to do a power puppy pause, okay? So I can get her off my doggone wires. Okay, listen, you and me, we need to have a conversation about these wires because it is not working out. Okay, see? There. Now you're going to have to jump to bite it. How about that? You're going to have to jump to bite it. Out of reach, y'all. Try to get it out of reach. Okay, so you guys say yes, so you're feeling me. You understand what it is when you feel like you've got a whole bunch of stuff that you need to take care of. So whether it be the ending of the beginning of a new quarter or a new year, I'm a service professional, I'm a web designer. It's kind of like a moment where people go, okay, it's time to reset. I need to get some things done. So everybody starts to email me, LaShanda, I got a new project, right? So I'm like, okay, I've got these new people, I've got my old people, I've got my own people, I've got my own stuff going on. What do I do? Okay? So here's one of the things I like to do. I've got so many different ways of kind of like keeping things together. One thing I tell you guys, before you get online, get offline, okay? Before you get online, get offline, because it's so important for you to be able to reflect on what needs to happen. So if you see right here, I've got like all these columns. I took the book and I turned it this way and I just started creating columns for myself, okay? So this is my current notebook. And when I was talking to one of my clients one day and she said to me, so how is it that you always remember what we did last week? Like, what do you do? I said, well, my notebook is actually broken. And she was like, you have some special thing. And I was like, no. I said, my notebook is broken into two parts. The front part is my stuff. The things I need to do, the ideas that I come up with comes in the front part. The back part is client stuff. So every time I talk to a client, I'm taking notes. And so I can go back to what we worked on, right? So I'm very big on trying to find ways to make things work for me. Now, as I say that, I've got like maybe about 5 or 6 years worth of notebooks. Let me see if I can slide y'all over for like 2 seconds. Okay, so dismiss the messy desk. A lot of things there, dismiss that. Okay, so here's one of my bookshelves. Over in the corner, let me see if I can show that to y'all. I keep all my notebooks in these big things here. You see me pulling that out? And I actually gave those out to my clients that came out to my workshop in North Carolina. I gave those out so they can organize their bookshelf. So anyway, as I share that with you, come back to me. Okay. I'm very, very big on writing in notebooks, and so I have tons. I've got years. You didn't see it? Yay. And they are useful. You didn't see it? Okay, let me grab one for you. I will grab one of these so that you can see it. Give me 2 seconds. Tap on the hearts, y'all. So I have notebooks. I have notebooks that go back for years. And I'm just going to see if I can climb over these wires here so I can pull one of these out for you guys. Oh. Okay. Whew. I feel like I'm doing like a James Bond sort of a situation. Oh my goodness. All the stuff fell on the floor right now. This is so funny because I had put the wire so that my little puppy would not chew on the wire. And now I've got this crazy situation here. So bear with me, y'all. This is what happens when you try to do stuff on the fly. But see, somebody said, I didn't see it. So I'm trying to get it so I can show it to you. Okay. I'm back, y'all. Now, this is one of the boxes that I have, and I try to organize different things in them. Are y'all laughing at me? So, okay, here's a box. And it's basically, I love these. You can get them at Office Depot. You can get them at Staples. You can get them at packs of 3, 5, 8, 10, whatever. And then I'll use these, store these in my shelf so it stays very organized, okay? Oh, good idea. Okay, a binder full of notebooks. Yes. So that I can go back to them, right? Because, you know, sometimes you have great ideas or you want to go back and reference something that you did with a client. You want to be able to do that, right? So, okay, I will put that back so that we can continue the conversation. Okay? Because everything has a place, as my hubby says. And if I put it out of place, he's going to be coming for me, y'all. And I can't have the hubby coming for me today. I got to put the stuff back where it belongs. Okay. So that being said, I'm very, very big on having notebooks and organizing, right? When you feel like you need to get back on track, right? My long tangent, y'all, I went around in a circle to get to my point. You need to get back on track. So I said I have all these clients coming to me, current projects, you know, stuff that I'm doing for myself. And I broke it down into these categories, okay? So I have stuff that I have to do for my web clients. I have knockout projects, okay? For me, knockout is stuff that I can do in 5 minutes to 15, 20 minutes, stuff that I can do very quickly. So this long one, the longest one is the knockout one, because I'm just like, okay, I could just do this, do, right? Respond to this email, do this speak pipe message, but I need to be able to see it. Anybody visual like me? I'm a visual girl, so I need to get it out of my head and into a notebook so I can really just kind of power through. Okay, I see you raising your hands, right? Yes, knockout. I'm very, that's kind of like one of my things. So I have projects that I have to do for my clients in one column. That's why I have 1,000 notebooks. Projects that I have to do in one column, projects that I want to knock out in another column, and then I have like personal projects, personal things that I need to work on, you know, between my life, my boy, my hubby, those in another. Because, you know, for me, somebody said to me, how do you find balance, right? And I said, you know, for me, business is not really separate from my life. It's an extension of it. You know, they all come together. So my business it's a lifestyle. So, you know, I went out and saw one of my mastermind mentees, Afi, this past weekend. And, you know, we brought the puppies. So we were working for 4 hours and then we were playing with the puppies and then everybody went out and ate. And so for me, everything blends in, right? So I have to be able to see for myself. Not only do I need the things that I need to do for the business, but also things that I have to do personally. So I have that kind of jotted in a corner. And I say brain dump. I always tell people just brain dump it out. Don't overthink it. Just start to write, right? So that it can come out of you. And that when you say like, I need to get back on track and I'm anxious, that good morning to you. Hello, Nikki. When you say I'm anxious, that's certainly one of the best ways to reduce that anxiety, right? So then I said to myself, here's another column. This is a great column right here. This one right here. This is one of my favorites. Hey, welcome. This column is the stuff that, like the big stuff that I want to do. Okay, that I want to do, the stuff that makes me feel excited. I'm going to be speaking at Atlanta in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be in Paracon, so I'm preparing for my Atlanta trip. I've got some new things that I'm working on, a new initiative for women entrepreneurs, so I've got that here. These are the things that, y'all have some stuff that you just can't wait to do, like those things are like your Red Bull, your energy, that's where like all your new passion is in. I love that stuff, okay? But guess what? In order to do the things we want to do, we first have to do the things we have to do. So it's very important for me to put those things in a category, because if I start the day and jump into my feel good, my real good, my ooh, I want to do this now, then when am I going to do my client work? When I'm going to knock out these objectives, right? That's me. We're in Atlanta and date. Pericon.live is where you can go. Pericon.live. Pericon.live. It's a conference in Atlanta. You can get all the details there. Welcome to those who are joining and tapping on the hearts. This is good stuff in the AM. I'm basically sharing some good stuff, motivation, information, inspiration, based on what I do in my little home office here in the AM with you guys. So yeah, I put those things in a column so they don't become distractions for me. Always great info. Thank you. I don't want to be distracted by that. I want to be able to say, okay, I've knocked out a few things for my clients. Hello there. Welcome. I can't wait to meet you at Pericon. Yay. Awesome. I've knocked out a few things for my clients. I've knocked out a few things for myself. And I am able to then say, okay, let me commit some time to doing some things that I'm like, these are my oohs and ahs. I started following you as a result of Jay. Oh, did you? Jay is awesome. She's my bae. Jay is my bae. I love her to death. And so those are some of the columns that I have. And then I have like a don't forget column. I have a don't forget column, right? So this is this don't forget column over here. It's a small one. So those of you, hi there, those of you jumping in right now, this is the good stuff. Me sharing some morning motivation for my fellow entrepreneurs. Right now I'm talking about get back, give back, how you get back on track and how you give back as an entrepreneur, finding innovative ways to serve the people you wish to. How do you distinguish? How do I distinguish between, you got to let me know, what do you mean? How do I distinguish between but these are some things that I don't want to forget to do, because sometimes it goes in one ear and out the other. And so I'll go, oh, LaShanda, don't forget. So for me, like, you know, I've got all of these Periscope sessions that I have to convert into video and then upload them to the web so you guys can watch them there. What's a knockout and don't forget, for example? Oh, okay. So for me, like, for example, yesterday I did some work in the office, worked on some stuff for my clients, and then I was out of the office for the majority of the day. So one of the things I needed to do was I needed to follow up with a lot of my clients via my voice messaging system that I have. You guys can go to Sister Sense and leave me a voice message, right? So that was something that I could knock out. So while I was in the car with the hubby working on the different things that we needed to take care of that day, I was literally responding to my voice messages. That was a knockout, something that I could get done. For me, a don't forget is, it isn't necessarily something that I have to do immediately. The knockout stuff is like, I need to get this done ASAP. The don't forget stuff, while it's still a priority, it's not something I have to complete right now. I need not to forget it because it needs to get done. So it's kind of like taking the knockout list and dividing it into two things, you know, those things that are top priority versus the other things that are still essential. I can just do after the fact. Okay? Make sense? Awesome. So again, just to kind of give you like a quick zoom in again, there are many ways in which I try to stay on top of what I need to get back on track of when I feel overwhelmed. But one of those ways is, again, get offline, get great point. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Some of you guys are new to me. If you're new, feel free to swipe and, you know, up, down, however you do it on this thing, left to right, and follow me. If you're new to me, I do appreciate the hearts and the shares, by the way. I am all day, every day a service professional. I'm a web designer. I share a lot of information for my fellow entrepreneurs as far as how I make sense of making money online so that you can do the same. So just a little snippet for those of you coming in and they're like, who's this chick? So yeah, you know, just taking the notebook, switching it this way, and then making these little invisible categories for myself. Thanks for sharing, guys, of things that I personally have to do, knock out things, quick things that I can get done for my clients. I'm back, Sister Sense Fire. Yes, sweetie. Welcome. Things that I need to do for my web clients, versus things that I really want to do, like my own personal projects. Again, before you can do the things that you want to do, you have to do the things that you have to do, right? So I put them in a category so I don't get lost in the sauce and try to work on them before their time. And then things that, like my knockout list number 2, off topic. I know you make CDs. Would you know how I can rate my own? Wait, I was trying to screenshot it and I totally foobarred that situation. Can you put that up there again? Um, yes, I do make CDs. I was trying to screenshot it to see if I could save it. When I see a big chunky post, I'd be like, "Oop, I don't know if I'm gonna get to that today." But it's funny that you talk about that because I've got my Maintain Your Momentum Mastermind, which is what I'm doing right now. And I wanted to know how I could make my own poetry CD. Okay, so I've got Maintain Your Momentum, right, which is the training series that I'm doing right now. And tonight we are working on brand CDs, which is so funny that you mentioned that because I'm showing the ladies inside of the mastermind how to create their own brand CDs based on the strategies that I use. Inbox me, lhenry@sistersense.com. Can't wait. I know this is the final webinar that we're doing for Maintain Your Momentum tonight. So Fubar, girl, yes, yes, yes. You gotta say Fubar. Yes, lhenry@sistersense.com, and I will let you know how you can get access to that particular training. Okay, so okay. That being said, that's one thing, right? And how long, Lord, how long did it take me to get through that one? Getting back on track number 1 is being able to organize, brain dump all the things that you need to do, that you want to do, that you have to do, that you like, good God, Lord, it should have been done like 5 years ago. Get all that stuff out of your head and organize so you can work through the list. Am I going to get through everything in this list? Not today, but it allows me to really just kind of work through it one way or another. And again, I have different strategies. This is one of them that I wanted to share with you guys. Okay. So here's another one. Get back. It's time to get back on track. I just want to say thank you for using your gift. You are always on point. Thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you saying that. I was telling one of my mentees a few days ago, I said, literally, I am in front of the computer for the majority of the day, and I'm right now in my office space for years. I know it's been a minute, right? I'm in my office space looking at my iPhone. So one of the things I love about the Periscope platform is the engagement, is the chatting, so that, I can really connect with you all. Do you still do consultations? Yes, I do. Over on callme.sistersense.com. You can schedule either a 30 or a 60-minute clarity session, whether it be over the phone or via webinar. If you want me to look at your website, if you want me to show you my website and kind of like visually make things happen. So yes, callme.sistersense.com. I'm working on a workwithme.sistersense.com. I'm working on that. Didn't quite finish it yet, but I keep coming on here and people say, how do I work with you? So I'm trying to get that together for you guys. Workwithme.sistersense.com so I can, give you some step-by-steps as far as, what it looks like to work with me. But hopefully I see some of you guys in Atlanta. And I certainly enjoy seeing you guys on my Periscopes in the AM, in the PM, all that good stuff. So here is something that I want to share with you guys, okay? As far as getting back on track is concerned. Let me see. I just lost it, y'all. Let me go and find it again. So keep tapping on those hearts. Thank you. I appreciate that while you wait for me to find it for you. But the first thing we talked about is getting back on track as far as your productivity, taking a good look at all the things that you need to do and figure out how to make that happen, right? The second part of getting back on track is your financial goals. Second quarter, you need to be able to reflect on what you did last quarter and make it happen this one. So I have something called my Triple X Success Workshop, and I talk about how to set your revenue goals, how how to figure out how to price your products, and how many products you need to sell so that you can get really clear, crystal clear about what's happening, okay? So Triple X Success is over on my shop, over on shop.sistasense.com for those of you who did not get to participate in the virtual workshop live. But one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about here are your money goals. Hey, good morning, Tracy. How are you, sweetie? So you want to think about for yourself your money goals and how you are going to reach them, okay? So of course, as I'm trying to share this with you today, Facebook wants to give me the funky face. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not going to share this graphic today. But nay, on Facebook, I do know some of it. So one of the things I talk about inside of Triple X Success is my, as I'm typing, I'm talking with you guys. One of the things that I talk about is my 3K challenge. And when I decided to go from, freelancing, side hustle sister, working a 9 to 5 to full-time home-based entrepreneur, I said to myself, okay, first goal being this. I want to see if I could bring in $100 a day. So if I could bring in $100 a day for 30 days, that's $3,000. That was the beginning for me of my 3K challenge. And I share the full challenge on my website, Triple X Success. When you go to Sister Sense and in the shop, you'll see the Triple X Success workshop. But that was one of the first things that I had to do for myself. So what I want you to do right now, I want us to say, hey guys, I'm sorry if my head is down and I missed some of the things that you just said. What I want us to do right now is I want us to focus on your money goals, okay? So the first one that I mentioned to you, was in order for me to hit that first goal of getting 3,000 a day, I had to get, 3,000 for the month. That was the first goal for me. I had to make $100 a day. Okay? So in order to get to 3,000 for the month, I had to make $100 for the day. Okay? So I want you to think about that. Anybody trying to get to 3K? You can say real talk. Or are you trying to get to 5K, 10K? What is the goal that you are trying to presently get to? Okay. So if I say to you, and again, I have something called my money marker system, which is inside of Triple X Success. If I say to you, what is it going to take for you to get to $100 a day? What are you going to sell? I want you to be able to think about that today. Real talk. What are you going to sell to get to $100 a day? See, I sell different things. And actually, inside of Triple X Success, I gave an example of, I broke it down of less than 30 products that I sell and how that brings in over 8,000 in revenue. What are you going to sell? Yes, I want you to answer that. So, hey, Rochelle, how are you, sweetie? Welcome. Good morning. Good question. So what are you going to sell? Now I have my book and I'm working on my course to go with it. Okay. So you've got a book, right? I have one of my clients and she says, you know what? I feel like I could realistically sell my books on Amazon and make a couple $1,000s a month. And I said, okay, well, how many of those books do you have to sell? So she was like, huh? It's like, how many books do you have to sell? And also keeping in mind that with the book business, if you're selling digital, which is what I was doing from day one, when you're selling digital, it's a little bit easier because it's virtual. There's no overhead, right? So all that money comes to me, right? But when you're selling a book, you also have to equate for the cost of printing the book. Right? And so that minuses if you're selling a book and it's $20 and you spent about $5 to print the book, so then you're going to get $15. Love being on your scope. Thank you, sweetie. I love having you here. So I want you to think about for yourself, number one, what's your goal? I cannot believe I cannot find this graphic for you guys. It's the money goal. It's the money goals graphic. I just want to show it to you so you can see what it looks like. But number two, what are you going to sell to reach that goal? I break it down further inside of Triple X Success, which is over on my website, sistersense.com, inside of the shop. But for now, I just want you to be able to see what that looks like for yourself. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. I am going to do a power pause because I want you to see this, right? So first part of getting back on track, we talked about productivity, and we're moving into this conversation of getting back on track, talking about your money goals, okay? So I'm going to separate this session into two parts so I can make sure I can find this graphic for you and we can continue the conversation. See you back here in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, it's already gone. See you back here in like 30 seconds. All right, guys. How are you? So I found it. I found what I was looking for. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Awesome. Awesome. If you are new to me, just drop an NEW into the comment box. Sis, fire, fire, fire. Yes, Jason, I'm here to bring that fire and that focus. So, of course, if you're an OG in the community, drop in fire, 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 fire. I am continuing the conversation. Hi, newbie. Hey, always got to show the newbie some love, right? I'm continuing my conversation with you guys about this idea of good stuff. So things that inspire me in the morning, things that I do to get ready to kind of tunnel through my web work in the morning. Those are the topics that we're talking about. So our focus is give back, get back. So get back on track for my entrepreneurs that feel like you're all over the place, and give back. As entrepreneurs, our biggest mission is to serve people, right? To help people, to make people's lives easier, tunneling through right now. Good. And so I want to share some innovative ways that I'm seeing people right now as entrepreneurs, as business owners, are giving back to their communities and really serving the people they say they wish to serve. Okay. So the first part, I had to do this in two parts, y'all, because I was sharing with you guys in the first part what you can do. You are beautiful. Love your jewelry. Thank you. Simplicity is the way to go for me. My hubby, he's like the gaudy guy. He loves all things bling. And I'm just like, I like to keep it simple. But anyway, I was sharing with you guys some things that I do as far as my to-do list and productivity. That was the first half, right? So getting back on track, dumping out all the things you say you need to do so you can figure out how to get organized, right? Thank you. And so the second thing I said to you all, somebody says tap, 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 tap. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate the love, right? Even the replay people, tap, 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 tap. And y'all are sharing out like nobody's business. I appreciate that. The other thing I said that you need to do, especially this being the second quarter, you've got to go and set money goals for yourself, right? Revenue goals. And I'm sharing with you all some of the things that I do inside of my XXX Success workshop. It was a virtual training that you can watch online. But one of the things I talked about was my 3K challenge. When I went from full-timer to home-based entrepreneur, I had to say to myself many moons ago, I've been working at home for 8 years. I said, okay, well, the first thing I want to do is see if I can get about $3,000 a month. If I can do that and just get to the space of survival mode, I can build from there and thrive. So the 3K challenge for me, which I teach inside of XXX Success, was starting to build that point and then going from 3K to 5K to 7K to, good Lord, 15, 20K. Jason's giving me some claps. Thank you, sweetie. And that was the vision, right? That was the vision for me to be able to hit 6 figures. Bless God, he got me to that point. But I tell you, that first year, I think I bought in maybe I bought in somewhere between 20 and 25,000, but I had to make it real, right? So I made it real, made it work, and worked my way up to 6 figures. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's what I want to share with you guys, right? So who right now is 9 to 5? And they work and they dream on the side. You can say, not just put in 9-5, 9-5, 9-5. Anybody 9-5? You got to, exactly. You've got to make it real. Okay, good, good, good. So y'all feel me. You understand what I'm talking about, okay? So I want you to be able to set clear revenue goals. And I thought that this graphic that I saw on Facebook this morning, I told you I'm sharing good stuff, what I see and what I do. This graphic is totally awesome, right? Wait a minute. This stuff is trying to change up on me. Okay, make goals, right? So how much do you have to make if you want to get to 30K a year, if you want to get to 50K a year, if you want to get to 100K a year, if you want to get to 1 billion a year? How much do you have to make every single day? this is where it's at, right? I always tell people when folks go online and they talk about, I want to be a six-figure sister. I'd be like, okay, what you need to sell to be a six-figure sister? I don't know. It's like, people don't look at it from that perspective. If you want to get to six figures, what does it say here? You need to sell $300 worth of product a day. You need to sell $300 worth of product today. And I tell people, somebody said, do you make money when you go on Periscope? Are you able to make it profitable for yourself? And I said, you know what? When I get on Periscope, on average, I'm able to, and this is on the low end, on average, I'm able to bring in an extra $100 to $300 in revenue. Show that again, please. I will. I'm going to do it for you in a second. An extra $100 to $300 in revenue, right? Outside of just what I'm doing in my business all day, every day. Where can we find that data you showed? Sure. I will post it on sistersense.com today. So I'll make it easy for you, because I tried to Google it and good Lord, that was not happening. So go to sistersense.com and look for money goals, and you will see the graphic. I will post it there today. Okay? Okay, good. Money goals. Okay? So I share this because I want you to get crystal clear about what you need to make to get to these goals. Now, if I say I bring in an extra 1 to 300, that's adding on, right? So you want to be able to say that at the very base, you're bringing that in. Can you tell me again your hosting sites for unlimited sites? I use HostMonster. If you want to sign up through me, you can go to hostmonster.com. But I use HostMonster. They do have varying levels. If you get the level for $3.95, you do not get unlimited websites. I think you have to go to either $7.95 or $9.95 a month, something like that. Just to be mindful of that. I think you get maybe 1 to 5 sites if you go for the $3.95 package. And that's $3.95, because sometimes folks be like, what? Like, no, it's $3.95. Okay. So, yes, somebody said, can you show it to me again? Make goals, right? So, wait, before I show you this again, what is your goal? What is your goal? Host, yeah, I know. I had some clients that didn't like them too well. What's your goal? Before I show you this, before I show you mine, you show me yours. What's your goal? Drop in there. How much are you trying to make on a yearly basis? Or let's focus on a monthly basis. How much are you trying to make every month? I want you to drop that in there, okay? 5K, okay? So when you see this, you want to look for what you need to do for that. 3K, okay. I see a couple of people, 2K, okay? 4K, okay. All right. I'm ready for y'all. So look at the list, right? If you want to make 30K a year, you need to bring in 100 a day, right? If you want to make, and y'all, it's hard for me to see this backwards. If you want to make 50K, you want to bring in 200 a day, all right? 100K, 300 a day, okay? So these are the numbers you need to be looking at, right? I see y'all are screenshotting it. Go for it. I would try to keep it as still as possible. You hit your power and the home key and you can screenshot it, right? Go for it. Knock it out. All right. So I want you to think about that, right? This is about get back and give back. How many sites do you have? I have over 15 websites. I've been online for 16 years. I've been working for myself at home for the last 8 years. And I don't normally do scopes in my office, but my hubby, he helped me make it somewhat tidy. So that's why I'm in here today. I'm going to give y'all like a quick roundabout for like 2 seconds. Okay, so you see my messy desk here with 3 different laptops and desktops, and try to keep it organized. It's pretty dark in here right now. I think it's just the light. Good hubby, I know, right? Just the lighting. So over there, you see my bike that I should be on a little bit more often than I'm not. But having a mobile bike is definitely a nice thing. Try to keep it simple. Try to keep it clean. Here is where all the magic and the money happens. That's my inventory. All those little purple boxes you see there are my inventory. And then I have my desk of all my goodies, which is in the corner. Cute office. Thank you. Love your energy. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yes. Before, and I tell you this, I tell you real talk. I tell you real talk. God is good. Now we have this beautiful house. Yes, I love. Yes, this is my color, and then my sister. Okay, 30K a year would be one consultation a day. I can do that. There you go. Do you use Reddit? No, I don't use Reddit. Everybody in the house has their own colored room. So everybody has my hubby's man cave is like super uber dark, purple. So when he watches all his movies, he can feel like he's in a movie theater. And mine's is this blue, and my son, he's got the boy blue. So, no, I don't use that platform. But I do know of it. I do know of it. So before I got to this point, super real talk. It's funny because we were driving home this weekend and we were in the car and we were talking about, the Tupperware days, not Tupperware, the, what do you call those plastic containers, the plastic containers days. I say use the ones that fit your personality. I love Scope. I love YouTube. I love Facebook. I love Twitter. There are a ton of them, but find the ones that work for you as far as social media. Here goals and office goals. Thank you. You're funny. But back in the day, I really just had those crates and me just trying to make it work in like a little corner in my room, in my bedroom. But you over time, you keep working on it. And I tell you, I've been working on it for a minute. Over time, I've been able to get to a space in which I am now in an actual home office versus like being on Tupper. I keep saying Tupperware, but it's not Tupperware. You were one of the first people I saw online. Really? Oh my goodness. Being in that space where you transition from, like having your laptop on your lap, working on containers to actually getting a desk, still working in my little, apartment in my bedroom to actually having my own home office. So you can transition. I did transition. It just takes time, right? It takes time to make that happen. So getting back on track, again, we're going to continue that conversation. Now that you guys see the numbers, right? You see the numbers and you're like, oh, okay, this is what I need to make every day. Let me angle myself here. I remember the magazine cover with your shorter hair. I know, right? Folks have seen my hair grow. They've seen my baby grow. They've seen me grow. It's been a growing experience these last couple of years, right? But I've been blessed to be able to do that and share that with you guys online, hopefully in a way that inspires you to do the same. So in seeing these goals, these financial goals, right? What you want to be able to do for yourself. Business takes time to grow. Absolutely. I tell people all the time, startups do not pay up right away. So if you want to be able to do this, you've got to commit to it. You've got to love this, and you have to have a giving spirit, right? Today I'm talking about get back, give back. You got to have a giving spirit. Me being on here is a part of what I love to do. And I'll talk about giving spirits in just a minute, right? So now that you see these goals, you have to be clear about what you've got to sell to reach these goals. So Taylor, one of the awesome ladies who actually one of the members of my Maintain Your Momentum Mastermind, no, I don't believe they do account for taxes. I think it's just kind of an overview of what you need to gross. The net, that's a whole other story. But Taylor said, okay, well, that means I just need to do one consultation and I'm good. I can reach my goals, right? And I'm like, yes, good. When ladies are in my circle, I say, okay, well, this is what you want to do. When are you going to do it? How are you going to make that happen? Okay, so if you're going to do a 30-day challenge, if you're going to launch your new store, set some dates for yourself. We have to be specific. Same thing goes with money goals, right? So if you say you want to make these numbers for yourself, bringing it back up into perspective for those of you who are just joining, if you want to make these numbers, if you want to reach these numbers, you have to be clear about what you need to sell. So inside of XXX Success, which is a workshop I hosted, you can watch all the replays online. You can find it over at shop.success.com, XXX Success. I talked about how to set what I call money markers. For me, money markers, do you work with coaches? I work with everybody. How do you know if you're cut out for entrepreneurship? If you stick with it. That's it. The only way you can fail at entrepreneurship is if you quit. to be quite honest with you. The only way you can fail is if you quit. You know you're cut out for it when you live, sleep, breathe, drink, all in entrepreneurship all day, every day. It's just who you are. It's how you live. Okay? There you go. That's all you need to know with that one. But inside of Triple X Success, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. Exactly, Ayana. All day, every day. I love this quote. One of the dudes in my circle, Lamar Tyler, he's co-creator of Black and Married with Kids. Lamar, he has this series called The Gatekeepers Are Gone. And he said, you know what? You work your 9 to 5 to bring in that money, and then you work your 5 to 9 to make them dreams happen. So if you could do that, 9 to 5, 5 to 9, 9 to 5, 5 to 9, and you still going, you on that treadmill and you making it happen, you cut out for entrepreneurship. That's all I can say. Yes, yes, yes. Boom, drop the dynamite, right? So, okay. This is the last thing I'm going to say about, this concept of getting back on track, setting clear revenue goals for yourself, right? It's a combination of two things, right? You got to look back, you got to go forward. Look back on what you did last quarter. Who knows how much money they made last quarter? How does this work for you as a mama? How does it work? I don't know. You mean me having my son and being a mommy? How does that work? Because it's all a part of the lifestyle. Time-wise. Because it's all a part of the lifestyle. Like, yesterday, money markers, MONEMARKERS. Yesterday, I worked on some client projects. And then after that, I had, my hubby and we had to run errands. We picked up my son. We hung out with him. Then I had a clarity call with a client. Then after that, I was reading with my son. So for me, it just all folds, it works together. I mean, I was doing this when he was on my boob and I was breastfeeding him. So he knows mommy's an entrepreneur. When I do events, by the way, so I've got an event coming up in Virginia. When I do an event in North Carolina, every event he's there. When I'm in Atlanta, he's there. Someone said to me once, well, I don't know if you should have your son, at the conference. I don't know how it looks. And I said, it looks like a family business because that's what the hell it is. So he's there. He's on stage with me on the podium. He's having lunch with us. He's always there. And one of the ladies in my circle, Carol Sankar, I will say this. She said, you know what? You know what's the difference between some of us, when we talk about people of color, and understanding legacy and the importance of teaching our children the importance of entrepreneurship? Clarity calls is when I help you get clear about what you need to do. Raising a CEO, literally, his initials are CEO, Christopher Eden Otley. And when it comes to people of color, learning and understanding what it means to teach our children the value of business and entrepreneurship, they have to see it for themselves. They have to see it. And so she said, she's Carol Sankar. I don't know if you follow my girl Carol. She's the creator of The Confidence Factor. She said, when I go to boardrooms with these dudes in suits and ties that are cutting $1 million checks, they have their kids there. They have their kids there because they want their kids to see what it looks like to make millions. They want to see what it looks like to cut them checks, right? And if you're not teaching your kids, and you're not showing them your business and how it works, how would they know when it's time to create a business for themselves? Because he's already ready. This is my business, okay? I'm going to do this comic book thing. And I took him to Onyx Con a couple of weeks ago. You talk about business and balance, right? A part of the power of entrepreneurship is that I have the flexibility to say, okay, we're going to Atlanta. I took him to Onyx Con. We all know Comic Con. I never heard of Onyx Con. It's a black comic book convention, y'all. I got some hotel rooms. We went there. I said, you want to be an African American black comic? You are going to see African American comics. You're going to read all of these comics and you are going to see what you need to do to create. Okay? And so for me, how I balance it is I bring him in. I bring him in. I literally will have him sit down and see my PayPal where he says to me, well, mommy, I want this or I want that. I said, well, you know how much mommy need to make? You know how much mommy need to make to get you this and that? Let's be clear. So he says to me, mommy, you said if I have a question about it, you'll answer it. I said, yes. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So balance comes in the process. I was scoping with you guys all weekend. I was working with my clients. I'm doing a scope, y'all. Anybody see Zootopia? This is a random question. I know I'm getting so off topic with you guys, but I love talking to y'all. Thank you for sharing. Anybody see Zootopia? I'm going to do a blog post on why every entrepreneur needs to see Zootopia. It was so awesome. It was so awesome. But I saw that with him, and I saw that with his aunt. His aunt's like 5 years older than him. I love them. They're super cute together. But yeah, we hung out with the family, and then we did things with the kids, and I did business as well. I made money over the weekend. I made money over the weekend. People were signing up for my stuff. I was doing periscopes. I was hanging out with the kids. All of that. Balance comes when it's not, I'm separating my life, my private life from my personal life. Balance comes when everything is a part of the lifestyle. You're amazing. Love your energy, help, and inspiration. Thank you. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Love up on this lady. Aw. Thank you. But for me, I'm very much a visual person. And so I tell you guys, when I became an entrepreneur, my inspiration was Kimberly Seals Allers, the creator of How to Have a Mocha Fabulous Pregnancy. When I read her book and my little one was in my belly, I was like, okay, well, I'm a sister girl and I want to read from this sister girl because she seems like she knows what she's talking about. And in that book, at one point, she talked about just being in a space where she's like, I don't want to be in the corporate world anymore. I want to be home with my kids. And she talked about how she did it. Kim is the creator of Mocha Manual. And seeing her make it real made it real for me. And I quit my 9 to 5 and I became an entrepreneur, right? So, well, I was always an entrepreneur, but I quit my 9 to 5 and decided to do it full time at that point. The Mocha Manual, Kimberly Seals Allers. It's like a Mocha Manual guide to a fabulous pregnancy. It's a pregnancy book. I bought it because I was pregnant at the time. But God works in mysterious ways. And at one point she just talked about, wanting to do what she does full time and not work 9 to 5. That resonated with me. It was one of the things that motivated me to leave my job at that point when I was pregnant and to be an entrepreneur full time. So if I can impart real stories onto other people in the ways that she was able to impart that to me to give in that way, it is definitely, for me, a powerful thing. So I said to you guys, I said that today we're talking about getting back and giving back, right? Get back on track, giving as an entrepreneur. I'm going to get to that in a second because I kind of went off on a tangent. I love your energy. Thank you. I appreciate that. For those of you who are new to me, you can certainly swipe up and left or right or whatever to follow because I will get back into the conversation of working on your website later on this evening. I had to take a Periscope pause for 24 hours, so I did not do any sessions yesterday. But as a web designer and one who knows a lot about marketing and sales, that's predominantly what I do. This is supposed to be, y'all, this was supposed to be like a 20-minute inspirational session, but I do enjoy the comments and the engagement and the luxury of working at home as I get to hang free with you guys for as long as I want to. So I'm going to wrap this one up, though, in a couple of minutes. As I was saying to you, the last thing I wanted to say to you about money goals was looking back and moving forward requires you to take a look at how much you made last quarter, right? How much money were you able to bring in your business last quarter? I always tell my clients, if you are like me and your business is run via the PayPal platform, hey, hi, sweetie. Hi, troll. What's up, boo? Block. You always get one. If your business is run via the PayPal platform, go on, look at your financial summary, look at your reports, see how much money you brought in the last quarter. I know, right? They be tripping. See how much money you brought in the last quarter. You want to know what sells, what doesn't sell, and that's going to help you move forward. Okay? You've got to be specific. If you're not specific, I know, right? Y'all are laughing right now. If you're not specific as far as knowing what you make and what you can make, you're always going to be in a space where you're fuzzy and you're not clear. Is Afton here? Is Afton here? I didn't even see when she came in. No, you may not. You better stop that right now. So yes. Hi, sweetie. It's so good to have you here. Afton, oh my goodness, guys, you have to follow Afton. She's a fellow web designer. Her website is beautiful, and she's got so many great techie strategies. It's not even funny. So if you're not following her, you just need to, like, for realsies. So looking at what you've done in the past, very important. And also looking at what you do in the future, okay? What you're going to potentially do. So what are you going to sell this quarter to hit those goals? The goals that you want to make for yourself, whether they are, I'm going to block you in a second. I see you. I'm going to block you in a second. I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing. Marketing is my challenge. We'll talk about that in a second. But you want to be in a space where you're very clearly thinking about, if I want to make $100 a day, if I want to make $300 a day, I want you to be clear about, just followed, awesome, she's great, she's totally awesome. I want you to be clear about what you're going to sell to hit those goals, right? So right now I'm working on Maintain Your Momentum. We're doing our final webinar tonight, so it's over. Y'all can't register for it, but you can get the replays if you want to get Maintain Your Momentum at inside of my shop over on shop.sissense.com. So there were several products that I showed the ladies how I created those products so that they could emulate the process and create them themselves. So tonight we're doing the brand CD. We also did Heart Up, guys. Thank you, sweetie. We also talked about how to create 30 days worth of blogging content. We talked about how to launch a 7-day challenge. We talked about how to put together an Amazon store. We talked about how to take the 7-day challenge and sell it as a digital product and put it in a store. So I show people how I create my offers, whether they're service-based offers or digital information-based offers. And those were some of the things that we talked about inside of Maintain Your Momentum. Again, today's the last webinar, but you can get the replays. They're all online, and you get access to them for as long as you want to over on shop.sistersense.com. So tonight we're talking about brand CDs, because essentially one of the things that I love to do is, once you've created your information, you want to be able to not only just kind of have people download it or access it virtually, but you want physical things that people can purchase or physical things that you can take with you. Some of you guys are going to see me in Atlanta in a couple of weeks over at Paracon. I'm a virtual girl, right? So I had to learn, when it comes to vending and going to live events, how to have physical products that I could sell in addition to my services, right? Service professionals, y'all go to events with that little clipboard. You want to sign up so you can stay connected? Nah, boo. I need to sell some stuff. I wish I was going to see you. Aw, you'll see me again. We'll definitely have a point where we can meet up, because me and you need to sit down in Powerhouse. I love connecting with fellow web designers and service professionals, because we always have funny stories to share. But real talk, you want to be able to take some of the best information you have and repurpose it. CDs is one of the ways in which I do that. So that's the final webinar we're doing tonight inside of Maintain Your Momentum, because next week I am starting my 6-week mastermind on blogging skills, how to get better at monetizing your blog, how to use social media, how to figure out what you're missing as far as traffic and sales, and personally, last but not least, how to build that consistency. So we're going to do a 10-day intensive in which I show you how to literally create 100 days worth of blog content over the course of the 10 days we work together. That's blogskills.sistersense.com. I've been talking to you guys about blogging. Blogging for business is one of the things that I personally love to do all day, every day. So now that I'm wrapping up Maintain Your Momentum, we're going into blog skills. Yes, can't wait for that. Yeah. Yep, starts next week. So, all right, y'all. Let's go into the final part of this whole conversation, which is... the final part is giving. The final part is giving. Y'all are ready? Y'all are ready for the next one? Yes, the next one starts next week. Blogging skills over at blogskills.sistersense.com. So I said to you guys, this is a get back, give back conversation, right? You want to be in a space where you get back on track. One, trying to figure out how to navigate what's making you overwhelmed. Number 2, getting back on track, setting clear revenue goals for yourself, also very important. And then last but not least, giving back. As a service professional, you are here to give something to the world, to the people that you wish to serve. So before I talk about giving back, what are some things that you guys want to give? right? Just drop in the comment box. What do you give to the world or to the individuals that you serve? How do you want to help people? Because I feel like entrepreneurs, in so many ways, we are, the beautiful beings of the world that are called to make life easier for other people in one way, shape, or form, right? So what are some things that you want to give back to the world before I jump into that give back conversation? And thank you for the love, the hearts, and the shares, all that stuff. Peace. Oh, goodness. That's a powerful one. Peace. So you want to be in a space to give people peace. Provide them with that. That is awesome. And you want to be able to not only think about what you're saying, but how you're going to implement that, right? How you're going to create a space of peace for people. Faith in humanity. Lynette, I know that. I know that's right. I saw your radio show. I saw your Periscope, boo. I'm watching you. I can't wait to see you on Friday. Accountability. Knowledge to empower them to move forward. Yes, knowledge is power. You want to motivate and believe. Hope to those who feel hopeless. Hope to the hopeless. You want to give them hope. You want to give them motivation. You want to give them empowerment. These are all beautiful things. These are all amazing things. And so I want to talk about that. Hope, empowerment, belief, transformation of their person so they can live their life's purpose, emotional healing from the hurt. Wow, that is power right there. Emotional healing. I want to talk about how that's happening, how people are doing that as entrepreneurs, as small business owners. I want to inspire you guys today to give back however you choose to, however you feel called to. Okay. So again, for me, this good stuff, this morning motivation, which seems to be going longer than I want it to. It feels like it's bleeding from morning motivation to afternoon, right? But it's things that I do, but also things that I see, right? So for the last couple of days, I've been jumping on Facebook and seeing my boy Steve Harvey. Have y'all been seeing Steve with his ride foundation, his initiative that he's doing right now? It's awesome. Yes, yes. So Steve Harvey is committed. He is committed to supporting children who are fatherless, who are impoverished, who are in situations in which they need support. And so right now he's on Facebook Live, he's on Periscope, he's on YouTube, and he's literally on his treadmill. See, I showed y'all. I said to myself, hold on one second. So all the way over there in the corner, you see my little treadmill right there? It's sitting nice and tight. It needs my behind on it. I should have been scoping while I was on that doggone treadmill. No, wait, the treadmill's downstairs. That's the bike, the foldable bike. I should have been scoping while I was on that, right? But that's what Steve is doing. He's on his treadmill, he's on his bike, and he's riding every day for several weeks. I believe he said 4 weeks. And as he is riding, he is asking for donations from $1 to $2 to $300 on, right? So that he can support. Go hop on it now. I got on my skirt. I can't be hopping on it right now. I can't hop. I got my skirt on. I can't hop on it right now. I might do it later, right? But then Steve's gonna be like, "Why are you trying to copy? Why are you trying to copy?" I wish he was writing for my nonprofit. But he is doing something amazing. I've never seen anybody do that, but it's pretty cool that he's writing. He didn't have to do that. He could have just, done live scopes or, whatever. But he's writing for 4 weeks. He's sharing, and he said, listen, I don't care if all you have is $1 to give. Give something. Support these youth. Support these youths who are fatherless, who need what they need to survive, to do better. Yes, he is really committed. He's really committed. He's given back. He's giving of his time. And he does a lot for young people, right? He does a lot for young people. He has his academy. He's got a lot of great things. And I was like, okay, Steve. He was like, okay, I think it was 91999. Text Steve to 91999. I think that's what it was, but double check it. I was like, okay, I'm giving for the baby, Steve. You keep riding. I'm going to give something for the baby. Okay, but it was creative. He's using the Periscope platform that I'm on right now. He's using Facebook Live. He's using digital media to impact change, right? And we can all do that. So I want to inspire you as you get back to give back. right? Give back, whether you go and you support his cause and you donate, or you create a cause, or you jump on and you say you want to empower, you want to hurt the healing, you teach, you share a message in a way that you're not just here to consume content. Y'all are here to create. You're not just here to watch, folks. Y'all are here to be watched, right? And so giving back is a powerful way to do that. So he was example number one. Another example, and please forgive me because I really should have wrote her name down before I jumped on the scope, but I was still on Facebook. I saw an amazing young woman in India who wanted to find a creative way to give back. She has a restaurant, and she has this beautiful restaurant. Inside of the restaurant, she put like a vending machine in the front of the restaurant, and it's for the homeless. So it's a vending machine, and every day she puts in at least 200 packages of food. And all they need to do is just go in there, open the fridge, and take what they need. And she personally packs these every single day. So people come in and they buy food, and then the homeless who can't buy, they get food because she has this vending machine and she gives every single day. Isn't that nice? Isn't that awesome? I saw that on Facebook yesterday morning, right? So I'm like, Steve, I'm about to give to the babies. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, damn, that's innovative, right? She's got this awesome thing. She's not the only one. There are a lot of restaurateurs, entrepreneurs who have their own restaurants, right? There are a lot of them who are doing these great things. There was this young dude. He had a pizzeria. I don't want to tell you where it was or who he was because I cannot remember. But I know he had a pizzeria. And what he did for his pizzeria was he said, look, buy a slice for yourself, buy a slice for a homeless person, okay? So you buy a slice, and then every time you buy a slice, just put your name on it, put it on the board, right? So homeless people come into his pizzeria, they take one of those little name taggies on the board, they give it to him, and they get a slice of pizza. They don't have to beg. It doesn't have to be shameful. You don't look on the homeless and say, I don't want help. You don't look down on people, because I always tell people, I'm a person I love quotes. I love quotes. And one of my favorites is, at the end of the day, you never want to burn bridges with people or to dishearten people or to do bad things to people on your way up, because you never know who you're going to need on your way down. We can do what we do and we can sustain what we can sustain right now, but we never know. The tables, the tides, all of that stuff can turn in an instant, and you never know who you're going to need on your way down. So all of this right here is blessings. You bless, you bless, you bless, you bless. You in the business of being of service to people, you got to bless, right? And so he basically, this innovative way, said, listen, I'm going to have you buy a pizza. If you got $1, buy another pizza. So buy two. And then people are doing that. And the homeless people that come into the store, they don't have to feel shame. They don't have to feel isolated. They don't have to beg on the front of the store. They can simply come in and get a slice by getting one of those pizzas from those pieces of donations that they put on the bulletin board on the store. So those are some just, creative ways that I see entrepreneurs right now finding ways to make a difference. Right now finding ways to give back. And again, whether you donate to a cause or you create a cause, I certainly want you to feel like you're in a position to share something. When I come on here, for me, it's a combination of, I'm a business girl, so it's a combination of me sharing those things that I'm monetizing. In the process of reaching and teaching, I generate new clients. I won't lie about that. I do generate new clients from Periscope. But it's also an opportunity for me to be in a place of sharing my purpose, of living in my purpose. Because I get emails from you guys and I get messages and say, oh my God, I love your energy and this is exactly what I needed today. And it all comes into full circle, right? You give in so many different ways, and in the process of giving, you do receive in abundance. If you've ever read my magazine, Sister Sense, I have my own magazine, Sister Sense in print. The back of the page, good morning, every single issue, there's a back page. It says, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind words. Thank you for all the blessings. mag.sistersense.com. That's the magazine. mag.sistersense.com. The back page of every issue, there's always a photo of me and my family, and it just says thank you. Thank you for all the kind words, the blessings, the wishes, the support, because those kind words, those blessings, those wishes, those support words, that's what got me here. That's what got me through. That's what got me out of where I was. Right now I'm in a home. I'm on my second floor. I'm in my home office. When before I was in a small apartment, right? It makes me feel a little way about what I've been able to accomplish. And it gets me in my feelings because we all go through things. We all go through things. And one of my clients, she said to me, watching you on Periscope at 2 o'clock in the morning when I didn't have somebody, that helped me. That helped me get through. And we all need to be able to find a way to give back. I remember real talk being in the small apartment and just being like, oh my God, I need to, keep the lights on. I need to be able to get gas for the car. I need to be able to go to Walmart and get groceries, right? So to be able to look back and see where I am now versus where I was when I was literally using my son's stroller because I didn't have a car. Like, we called my son's stroller the Escalade. We used to joke about it, right? You always got to joke about circumstances. You never wallow in it. And we would say, his little stroller was the Escalade because we lived across the street from Walmart, and we would put everything on that Escalade. And we would say, his little stroller was the Escalade because we lived across the street from Walmart, and we would put everything on that Escalade. Everything. We put all the groceries on it, right? We would take even a gym bag. We thank God. Absolutely. We would take a gym bag and his stroller, and we would pack on all the stuff that we needed, right? And make it work. And I would never trade that for anything. When we were in, I don't even know how many inches, the TV my hubby bought for the entertainment room, I don't even know how many inches that TV is. It's just huge. But I remember when we were piled around the little 19-inch TV. Holla at me if you know the 19-inch, right? And just watching cartoons and just huddled up and just as happy as we needed to be because we were appreciative for what God had given us up until that point. And we continue to be appreciative, right? Yes, you know what I'm talking about. So from the days when my baby's stroller was my car, to the day when I paid off my car, to the day when I moved from that apartment into this house, every day has been a blessing. So every time you all say thank you and bless you, that right there, that's what changed my life. Not the sales, not the products, not the stuff that I say and the customers. What changed my life was the blessings of giving back to others. See, I don't like to cry on these things because then I get the ugly cry and then things go bad. You got me bawling at my desk. Aw. I'm trying to keep it together, y'all. But I do want to, let me get a tissue before I make all of y'all cry. I do want to impart on you, one, the power of the things that you say when you bless others with your words. It's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing to bless others and say, bless you, thank you. It's a powerful thing. It's moved mountains for me. But it's also important because when you find a space in which you are a blessing to others, the same holds true. My hubby always tells me, he would say to me, don't worry, the money will come. When folks go, why are you doing calls for $30? You crazy? Because I know what it's like when all you got is $40. So you can't be giving somebody $400, right? Because you only got 30. So I do what I do, and I try to give back. And even when folks say, that was $7? Really, you charge $7? Because let me tell you something right now. There are clients that I have that will start with me at the $7 level. They will work their way up. They will get $37, $97, $500. Do not despise the humble beginning, right? The Bible says don't despise humble beginnings. Some of the beginnings I have with my best clients started at $7. And those clients turned into $1,000 and $2,000 and $5,000 because they said, LaShanda, as you work with me, and I'm going to work with you, and we're going to make this work. We're going to make this work. So I know that there are folks who are called to coach and to serve and to do so on a different level than me, on levels where they say, well, listen, you don't talk to me for nothing less than a G. That's not me. I'm not called to serve that way. That's just a different way to look at things. 7, the perfect number of God. Yes, yes, yes. So, y'all have me in my feelings this morning. So number 1, as I said to you, I want you to think about how to get back on track. Number 2, I do certainly want you to give back as well. I shared this with you all, Jesus is Calling, my new favorite book of devotionals, morning devotionals. Some of you guys, it's old to you, but it's certainly new to me, as discovered, or rather shared with me by one of my awesome friends, Pam Perry. Sister love, sister love. So I'm going to close out with page 99 because some of you have this book. That's okay. You messed us up by sharing your inspiring. You're welcome. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. You blessed us by sharing your beginning. Okay. I know the tablets and the typing, how it changes the typing. I shared this with you all, and you actually liked the messages, so I'm going to share one today as I wrap up. Today, April 4th, I meet you in the stillness of your soul. It is there that I seek to commune with you. A person who is open to my presence is exceedingly precious to me. My eyes search to and fro throughout the earth, looking for one whose heart is seeking me. I see you trying to find me. Our mutual search results in joyful fulfillment. Stillness of soul is increasingly rare in this world, addicted to noise and speed. I am pleased with your desire to create a quiet space where you and I can meet. Don't be discouraged by the difficulty of achieving this goal. I monitor all your efforts and am blessed by each of your attempts to seek my faith. So this is April 4th, inside of Jesus Calling. I said to you guys, and I did set it up for those of you who don't have it, and you're like, what is this book? If you go to jc.sistersense.com, you can see it there, Jesus Calling, jc.sistersense.com. As I go through it every day and it motivates me, I will certainly stay here and motivate with you all as well. That was just for me. Was it just for you? Listen. It was just for me too, right? So it was just for all of us. Each in our own way, I will continue to share these messages with you for as long as I can. A powerful message today creates a space in which we go out and share our power with the world, right? So as best as I can, I will try, y'all. I will definitely try to come back on here later this evening so that we can do web work, talking about different things that you need to do to work on your website. Entrepreneurs, we need to be inspired. We need to motivate each other to do big things. But outside of that, as I mentioned to you before, next week starts a new mastermind for me inside of the Fire Circle. The Fire Starter Circle is where I help you stay focused and fired up. I'm going to try to come on here about after 7 o'clock, God willing. Sometime after 7, you'll see me, provided I have the energy to do so. We're going to continue to talk about traffic, sales, WordPress, all that good stuff. And then again, my mastermind, so proud of you. Thank you, sweetie. I'm gonna give you a big bear hug when I see you. Oha Night, she's coming out and hanging with me, y'all, in Virginia. Some of you guys can't make it this weekend, so I'm gonna try to do another Virginia trip very, very soon. But those of you who want to participate via the mastermind, you can go to Blog Skills. Awesome as usual, sis. Thank you, Jason. blogskills.sistersense.com. Another 6 weeks. Awesome information. We're going to focus on your blogging skills, your social media, building your following, sharing your message, reaching, teaching, and monetizing all at the same time. All right. bloggingskills.sistersense.com. Mwah. Guys, have a great day. Hopefully I'll see y'all tonight. Bye.